Here we go, 24,475. We've got the SBA 8er. You know what it is, though, Golden? It's not necessarily the amount of time breaking, per se. Because obviously, I've been online for 5 hours before. It's more so like the constant talking and the breaking at the same time for 5 hours straight. That's very tough to do. Like, look how many cards I had to read off there. So, that is a healthy chunk. Alright, we go to collabs for Vancouver, pageantry for Calgary Coronado, and a Future Watch red of Thomas for LA. Focus of Thompson for San Jose, pageantry of Kucherov for Tampa, and a red of Ottinger for Dallas. Green to 199 for Vancouver of Baines. Maximum of Hughes for the Devils. We got a pageantry of Taves for the Avs. And a Future Watch red for Utah of Zuber. $9.99 for a Utah Future Watch of Koch. Focus of Kovalenko for the Avs. And a red of Zegras for the Ducks. I think I had a couple stops, to be fair. Spectrum Letang for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Forsberg Maximum for Nashville. And a Rafai for the Maple Leafs red. Spectrum Future Watch of Casa for the Red Wings. Collabs for the Islanders. And a Carlson for Washington red. Future Watch Autograph Inscribed for the Flyers of Kolosov. Maximum of Kachuk for Florida. And a Kuznatinov, I guess is how you say it, for Minnesota. Future Watch red. Jenner for the Jackets, sign of the times. Focus of Bolduc for the Blues. And a red of DeBrincat for the Red Wings. Maximum blue of Barkov for Florida. Pageantry of Hughes for the Devils. Future Watch red of Kolosov for the Flyers. Focus green of Wallsteed for Minnesota. Pageantry Nazar for Chicago. Cal Connor for the Jets. Red. We've got a Focus blue of Bryson for Vegas, pageantry for the Penguins of Rust, and a Future Watch red of Blake for Carolina. Focus for the Red Wings of Casa, pageantry of Brodeur for the Devils, and a red of Kent Johnson for the Jackets. Collabs of Tampa Bay, pageantry red for the Penguins of Crosby, and a Nadu for Carolina Future Watch red. We got a $3.99 Johansson for the Red Wings. We got a Focus of Thomas for LA and a Mrazek for the Chicago Blackhawks red. Spectrum for the Devils of Jack Hughes. Maximum blue of Pasternak for Boston. And a Thompson for the San Jose Sharks red. Spectrum Future Watch for San Jose of Graf. Maximum of Draisaitl for the Oilers. And a Jack Hughes for the Devils red. Future Watch Auto to $9.99 for Nashville of LaRue. Focus of Kuznatinov. And a Future Watch red of Hudson for Montreal. We've got a Moments Auto for the Tampa Bay Lightning, Kucherov. That's pretty sexy, probably pretty rare. Collabs for Carolina, and a red of Barkov for Florida. We've got a Focus of Doan for Utah, pageantry of Brock Nelson for the Islanders, and a back Future Watch red for the Dallas Stars. Nylander maximum for the Leafs, pageantry Reinhardt for Florida, and a Hayes for the Pens red. Golden, if you can, please. Do you mind looking up the Kucherov to see how rare that one is? We've got a maximum of Kucherov for Tampa, pageantry of Tkachuk for Ottawa, and a red of Leo Carlsson for Anaheim. Focus of Nazar for Chicago, pageantry of Cooley for the Coyotes, and a Kemp for the Oilers, Future Watch red. Collab for the Leafs, pageantry of Carlson for Washington, and a red of Pettersson for Vancouver. Focus blue of Baines for Vancouver, pageantry red of Othman for the Rangers, and a Future Watch red of Scanlon for the Rangers. Blue Future Watch $3.99 of Blake for Carolina, focus of Malatesta for the Jackets, and a red of Evangelista for the Preds. We got a Spectrum Tavares for the Leafs, maximum of McDavid for the Oilers, and a Karate for Minnesota Future Watch red. Spectrum Future Watch for the Rangers of Scanlon, a Mukama Doolin for the Sharks focus, and a Marchenko red for the Blue Jackets. 1 in 480, nice. Horizontal Future Watch auto for the Blues of Bolduc, $5.99. Collabs blue for the Panthers, and an Ishikov for the Islanders red. Future Watch. Sign of the Times for the St. Louis Blues of Sod. Collabs for the Montreal Canadiens, and a red of McCann for Seattle. Focus of Lambert for Winnipeg, pageantry Stutzel for Ottawa, and a Brazo for Boston red. Future Watch. We've got a collabs for the Rangers, pageantry of Barkov for Florida, and a red of Stutzel for Ottawa. We got a collabs blue for Chicago, pageantry of Tage Thompson for the Sabres, and a Lee Future Watch red for LA. Focus for San Jose of Romanov, pageantry of Montembeault for Montreal, and a Neighbors red for the Blues. We got a $3.99 Future Watch blue for Boston of Boosie. We got a Maximum Makar for the Avs, pageantry red for Philly of Konechny, and a red of Poulter for the Devils. Another blue Future Watch of Rempe to $3.99. Focus Ostapchuk for Ottawa, and a red of Cider for the Red Wings. Spectrum for Ottawa, Tkachuk. Rempe Focus blue for the Rangers, and a Steinberg for the Avalanche red Future Watch. Base auto of Hopkins for the Oilers. Collabs for the Avs, and a Brian Rust for Pittsburgh red. We've got a Future Watch $9.99 for the Calgary Flames of Cooley. $9.99. Focus of Hudson for Montreal. Future Watch red of Gills for Florida. We've got an Authentics auto for the Islanders of Pajot. Maximum Suzuki for Montreal, and a red Fantilli for the Jackets. Focus of Ogren for Minnesota, pageantry Stevens for Pittsburgh, and a Graph Future Watch red for the Sharks. We've got a collabs for Pittsburgh, pageantry of Boldy for Minnesota, and a red of Protas for Washington. Focus blue of Cormier for Vegas, pageantry of Johnston for Dallas. Future Watch red for the Avalanche of Krishapov. Focus of Lilleberg for Tampa, Keandre Miller pageantry for the Rangers, and a Trevor Moore for LA red base. Number to 99, gold for the Red Wings of Cider, maximum of point for Tampa, pageantry red of Kaliev for LA, and a Butler for the Blue Jackets red Future Watch. $3.99 for the Calgary Flames of Hanzik, focus of Klapka for Calgary, and a red of Urson for Philly. Spectrum for the Dallas Stars of Heiskanen, collabs blue of Minnesota, Future Watch red of Doan for Utah. Spectrum Future Watch for Boston of Brazeau, collabs for the Rangers, and a red of Konechny for Philly. Future Watch Auto to $9.99 for the Minnesota Wild of Ogren. We got a focus of Del Mastro for Chicago, and a Lamoureux for Utah red. Pageantry Auto for the Minnesota Wild of Ogren. A maximum of Barzal for the Islanders, and a Nylander red for the Maple Leafs. Focus of Rafai for the Leafs, pageantry Mintyukov for the Ducks, and a Future Watch red of Geeky for the Tampa Bay Lightning. We've got a maximum green of Rantanen for the Avs, pageantry of Zellweger for the Ducks, and a red of Larkin for the Red Wings. Collabs for the Avs, pageantry of Neighbors for the Blues, and a Mukama Doolin, Future Watch red for the Sharks. Focus of Goncalves for Tampa, pageantry Stankoven for Dallas, and a Hopkins red for the Oilers. Bedard maximum for Chicago, pageantry red of Tomasino, and a Future Watch red of Romanov for San Jose. A 99 gold Stankoven for Dallas, focus of Dean for the Blues, and a Granlund red for the Sharks. Spectrum for Anaheim Zegras, collabs for Nashville, Future Watch red, Will Smith for the Sharks. Spectrum Future Watch for the Blue Jackets of Del Bell Blues, focus of Clark for the Devils, and we got a red for the Caps of Lindgren. Future Watch Auto to $9.99 for Chicago of Del Mastro. We got a maximum Crosby for the Penguins, and a red of Misule for the Devils. Chirography autograph of Lavoie for the Oilers. Focus of Zellweger for Anaheim, and a red of Beniers for Seattle. Focus blue of Graf for the Sharks, pageantry of Heischer for the Devils, Future Watch red for the Calgary Flames of Klapka. All right. We've got a collabs blue for Calgary, pageantry for the Maple Leafs of Clark, and a red Future Watch of Carlisle for Tampa. Focus green of Othman for the Rangers, pageantry of Romanov for the Islanders, and a red of Sillinger for the Blue Jackets. Collabs of Florida, pageantry for Boston of Pasternak, and an Othman for the Rangers, Future Watch red. Focus of Vancouver Baines, pageantry for Vegas of Eichel, and a red limited of Matthews for the Leafs. Barkov Maximum for the Panthers, pageantry red of Fantilli for the Jackets, and a Brindley for the Blue Jackets, Future Watch red. $3.99 icons for the Vegas Golden Knights of Morelli. Focus of Rempe for the Rangers, and a Kaprizov red for Minnesota. Spectrum for Vegas of Eichel. Collabs for Boston, and a Halonen Future Watch red for the Devils. Spectrum Future Watch for Seattle of Morrison. Focus of Brazeau for Boston, and a red of Suzuki for Montreal. We've got a Seattle Morrison auto, number to 599, horizontal. Pasternak Maximum for the Boston Bruins, and a Baines for Vancouver red. That is very nice. A black auto base limited of Pettersson for Vancouver. Black limited base auto Pettersson. Very, very nice. Focus of Bryson for Vegas, and a red of Reinhardt for Florida. All right, last box. Focus of Wallsteed for Minnesota, pageantry of Makar for the Avs, and a Bussy for Boston red Future Watch. Maximum Rantanen for the Avs, pageantry Suzuki for Montreal, and a Kachuk red for the Panthers. Maximum Blue of McKinnon for the Avs, pageantry red of Bobby Orr for Boston, and a Future Watch red for the Islanders of George. Focus of Othman for the Rangers. Hollow foils for the Oilers of Hyman, and a Byfield red for LA. Spectrum for the Oilers of Draisaitl. Collabs for LA. Future Watch red for Washington of Dubé. Ooh, nice. We've got number to 199. Sam Bennett retro auto. 199 for Florida. Focus of Morrow for Carolina, and a Sveshnikov for Carolina red. Horizontal Future Watch auto to 599 for Calgary of Klapka. We got a Focus Blue of Poland, and a Future Watch red of Nazar for Chicago. Another autograph, pageantry autograph for the Avalanche of Devon Tays. We got a Maximum of Hyman for the Oilers, and a Letang for the Penguins red. Focus of Carlisle for Tampa, pageantry McTavish for the Ducks. Red Future Watch Celebrini for San Jose. And a collab for the Oilers. Pageantry of Jarvis for Carolina. And a McKinnon red for the Avs.